Looking for the best events? Log on to connectnigeria.com.
A beautiful day in the city of Lagos, and you're watching Meet the Boss, brought to you by connectnigeria.com. I still remain your humble host, William Tuzomba. And today in the program, we are going to be playing around the financial space. As usual, I want to believe you will be wondering who my guest today is. Well, don't worry, sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee or whatever fits you, and after this time out, I shall be unveiling today's guest. You're watching Meet the Boss. We shall be right back. Welcome back to the show, Meet the Boss, brought to you by connectnigeria.com. I did tell you before that break that yet again today we shall be playing around the financial space, and my guest today is no other person than Tokunbo Ajetunmobi, the MD CEO of the brand known as Capival Investment Limited. Madam, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I must say your office is a beautiful place.
Thank you very
I like the whole touch of white and colors. Good. Now, usually on this program, when I start, I like having my guests do us the honors of reintroducing themselves to the viewers back home. So, tell us a bit more about who you are.
Okay, my name is Tokunbo Ajetunmobi. You said it earlier, I'm the CEO of Capival Investment Limited. I'm married with a daughter, and I studied law at the University of Ibadan.
Ah, interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. So maybe I should start, go another route with my follow-up question.
Why?
From law to financials. How did that journey start, and why did you transition?
My financial journey started when I left the University of Ibadan.
Okay.
I finished my law
Degree. Okay.
And then I went for my call to bar and all that. But then during my NYC, I went with my friends to a bank called Bond Bank then.
Yeah, I remember Bond.
Yes. And then I was like, I want to work in this bank, and then luckily I got interviewed, and then that's how my journey started.
Okay.
I've always known that I might really not practice
Law.
but I got into the financial industry, and that's how the journey started.
Fantastic. Okay. Now, let me come back to the initial question I wanted to follow up with, which is, tell us a bit more about the present organization and the name, why the name, and what do you guys do?
Okay. Capival Investment Limited is a name that we coined because we felt that what can we bring? What new thing can we bring? And then it's a name that is coined because we think we should bring value. So it's actually coined from capital and value. And then that's how Capival, the name started.
Okay.
And basically what we do, we pride ourselves by saying that we're a financial technology platform that offers financial freedom to individuals and anybody at large. So basically we offer personal lending products, group
loans and stuff.
We also do a bit of investment portfolios. SME, we're building so many SME products now tailored to meet the SME space. Then we also do gadget financing.
Oh, nice.
So where you go to, you want products, you come to Capital.
Interesting. So pretty much anybody can come to talk to you guys. Oh, great. Now, how long have you guys been in business?
We started the talks, the strategies, the business plan all started in 2019.
Oh, okay.
However, we opened our doors in 2020, September 2020. So we're in a year and 5 months.
Fantastic. Today, yes. And now let me come to the issue of the journey so far. How has it been for you?
As usual with any startup in Nigeria, and I believe everywhere, there's the issues, the teething problems, and definitely so many other issues. But with us, when we started, the plan was to open our doors early 2020. Okay. And then the COVID.
Yes, the unwanted visitor.
Yes, and then we started, we had gotten a place, we had started speaking to people, investors, customers, and then COVID came. And we had to stop everything. Of course, the sit at home, and everything stopped. Yeah. So we had to, luckily, things eased up a bit in the economy. And then we opened our doors in September 20. So it's been tough, but however, I would say in the last 1 year with great colleagues and of course our investors, customers, it's been a good journey worth taking. That's good.
But still on that, can you share with us what you could term as one of your big one of your biggest challenges, or one of the biggest challenge you had setting up this venture. Can you share just one that really hits the nail every time you think about it?
The one particular one that really hits home, like this business might not have started, is of course it was more of, should I say, resources in terms of human resources.
Okay.
That is a major thing. You know, you start up an organization, and then you already have people, you've interviewed, you've done so many interviews, you've spoken to people, and then, you know, you start, and then one thing or the other, and it's either this person is unavailable or just something. But human resource is
a major issue.
Yes, was a major issue. But well, we've been able, luckily, the last 1 year we've been stable.
Stable,
yes.
Fantastic. Now, still on the issue of human resource, and even one of your previous comments, you did mention the fact that you had a good team, and that helped bring you guys to where you are presently. How would you say, or what would you say, the role of having a formidable team plays in the life of any business?
Having the team, it's a great support. You know, I said earlier on when we first started, that was in 2020, was an issue. But in the last 1 year that we've been stable, and then we have all this team behind us, all the colleagues that are working with me. Yeah. It's just been so, because it's been amazing, because without the support of this team, I don't think we would have this brand today. So it's actually a very interesting thing when you have people to support your brand, when you have people that believe in your dream, when you have people that actually believe and sleep your company, they sleep Capival, they wake up Capival. You see them wanting to grow the organization, and they want the name Capival to be on everybody's lips. So it's actually an interesting thing when...
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said, well said. Now, let's dive a bit into the area of motivation and strength, especially considering the fact that you did tell us that your initial background was the legal sector, and gradually you delve into the finances. Now, where would you say you as an individual draw your drive, your motivation that keeps you going to the point of you now being the MD CEO of a financial company?
Basically, of course, growing up, my dad is an estate surveyor.
Oh, okay.
He's 81. And you know, one thing that resonates with me about him is there was one thing he used to say to us while growing up. It was always, anything that is worth doing at all is worth doing extremely well. My dad used to say that, you know, every day I grew up listening to that. Besides his music that we grew up listening to, I grew up listening to that. And you know, that kept me on. And any organization I've worked, I've always wanted to be part of it, owned it. I've always wanted to be someone that, you know, I look back at the organization and I see it growing. So that has always been my go-to. And then, of course, reading books has always helped me. And, of course, mentors. You need to have mentors. So whether they are mentors that you just, you know, you want to tailor your life around by reading their success stories, you just have to have that. Those things motivate you to do better. And then now it's a very good time to be a female in the world and in Nigeria. So there's so many females doing great things right now. So you know, you wake up every day, you see the young ones, the older generation, and then you're like, why can't you be
I can do this too.
I can do this, and I will do this.
That's great.
So that's
fantastic, fantastic. Now, you did mention books and mentors, but I think at this point in time we'll go on a quick break. When we come back, I want to find out if there are any books that you read in the past that, you know, can be very useful to especially our viewers back home. So we'll do that when we come back after this break.
okay.
Well, viewers, you're still watching Meet the Boss, brought to you by ConnectNigeria.com, and my guest today is no other person than Tokunbo Ajetunmobi, the MD CEO of the brand known as Capival Investment Nigeria. And we'll be sharing some very wonderful insight as regards to their journey so far, and I want to believe you've been enjoying the discussion so far. After this break, we're going on a quick break now. When we come back, I still have some few more questions for my guest today before we call today's program a wrap. Please stay tuned, don't go nowhere. We shall be right back.
Looking for the best events? Log on to connectnigeria.com.
Welcome back to the second half of today's discussion on Meet the Boss, brought to you by connectnigeria.com. And my guest is still Tokunbo Ajetunmobi, the MD CEO of the brand known as Capival Investment. Madam, welcome to the second half of the discussion.
Thank you.
And I must say it's been going pretty well. Pretty well. Good. Now, before that break, you talked a bit about some of the things that have helped you in your sojourn, your career as a whole. You mentioned some books, motivation, which brings me to my next line of question. Is there any book you would say has helped shape your career over the years that you feel the viewers back home can learn a thing or two from?
Yes, of course, as a law
person.
you'd have read a lot of books
True,
and all that.
true.
And then, because I grew up reading novels,
Okay.
I like to read. So, of course, I've read a lot of books, but there's one that actually resonates and helps me. It's titled The Black Box Thinking. It's by a British journalist called Matthew Syed.
Okay.
I picked a few things from the book, some of which has helped in this brand.
Okay.
Majorly, it talked about high-level performance. It talked about mindsets.
Okay.
You know, all those things, they are intertwined. He talked about embracing failures.
Okay.
There's no how as a human being you won't fail.
You won't fail. True.
He says, you know, the book talks about embracing the failures, learning
From it.
and then, you know, trying to understand why that happened and then getting up and doing it again, which also reminds me of a quote of an advice someone gave me.
Okay.
You know, the person told me, this is also like a mentor to me, he told me, he said, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
The worst that can happen is that you will fail.
You
but
fail,
you will get up
you
and
learn
will
from
do
it and you
again.
do it again.
You can do it, you will fail, you get up, you learn from it. But you know, there's no life without failure. You haven't really learned anything.
You've not learned anything.
Yes.
True.
So, you know, in your business, some things would go wrong, but you learn from that, and then you would make sure that, you know, that guides you and lifts you up running your business. So, you know, those things have always hold them dear.
Nice. So let me even take your mind to something I noted stepping into your company. The fact that you guys have some captions here and there, some little captions here and there. Can you share a thought or two about those captions?
Okay, so those captions, we say that every day when you come into the organization.
Yeah.
You know, there's some things it's like in primary school, you know, every morning you have to recite
the national anthem, the school anthem, and
so for us in Capival, we say that Capival. As you're walking up the staircase, there's this quote that we have that says that the difference between extra and ordinary is that little extra. You know, and I tell my daughter that too, that little extra takes you from being just an
average person
to an excellent performer. So we say that every day. We talk about that every day. He guides us during our knowledge sharing. We talk about it, that just put in that little extra. That little extra, you know, he helps you, he grows you. But you know, when you're laid back and you know, you just feel that let me just do it, you just become like an ordinary person, and you want for you to be extraordinary. It's still that little extra.
That little extra, fantastic. I like that. Now, you talked about you just finished talking about some people that have given you some good insight that serve as mentors. Now, from all what you've been learning so far from some of these persons and even some of the books you've read, do you also on your own create out time to kind of either mentor or talk to some of your staffs to inspire them to do more? Is it something you do?
Oh, most definitely. You know, you have to. You know, you have been for me. I've had mentors. I've had people just call me and tell me that, you know, you can do this, and through that they started mentoring me. So definitely, as a leader, as a boss, you have to have people that you mentor. So of course, I have people that I mentor, both in the organization and outside the organization.
Great.
I have those people. And then, you know, now with the female thing, that you have a lot of young ladies that come to you, that ask you that, how can I get to this? And how can I do this? So definitely you have to I create time to mentor those
Fantastic.
people. Yeah.
Now, we're coming to the home stretch, but I still need to throw a few more questions in, and I want to take us back to the economic landscape. Now, how would you rate the business environment in Nigeria, especially for startups? How would you rate it?
For startups, it's actually not an easy thing. You know, with the economy, everything, the inflation, high cost of everything, the
Government policies and
policies hinders so many startups.
Mm.
You know, of course, even poor electricity, just everything, this insurgency. You know, the Nigeria of today is not, I'm sure when my dad started his own company, his real estate company, it wasn't like what we are dealing with
Very
right
true.
now.
Very true.
So right now, all those factors have hindered so many things. But however, you know, I would also say that it hasn't been, in recent times, we see that, you know, at least, let me talk about the SME space. The SME space now, it's a very viable sector, you know. But all this, like I said, the government policies, everything is just, you know, it's collapsing. But you know, I think that with enough financing, developing products to suit their needs would help, because the government really can't do everything.
True, that's a given.
Like ours, brand like ours, you know, businesses like ours need to also step up and also, you know, work towards partnering with governments and tailoring specific products to meet all these needs. Yeah. So I believe if we can all partner and do, you know, so many things together with the governments. Things will look up.
Great.
Yes.
I like the fact that you mentioned the word partnership, because it brings me to a small question I want to throw in. How important is it for a business, for a brand, to embrace partnership, especially knowing the fact that we come from a background where this spirit of meism, I want to own my business 100%, as kind of caged a good number of businesses, right? SME businesses. So what's your take as regards to opening the doors to partnership?
I would say that not really. I think partnership, people are embracing partnership a lot in recent times.
In recent time.
For Capival, we're very big on technology. We've automated most of our processes. I mean, from start to finish, you can actually go online and
do everything you need to do.
You want to take a loan, you can actually go online, fill the form, very short form with little details. From there, you know, we've automated our processes such that, you know, once we click, or the relevant department, they click on a button, you know, the customer is credited within 24 hours or less than 24 hours. So partnership, if we did not partner with some IT firms, we would not be able to do that. We would still be doing the manual way of, you know, take this to the bank.
Coming here, this place will be busy.
You came in here, you didn't see people because
nobody.
Everything is automated, you know. We don't, it's a cashless society now.
Yes.
Without partnership, such things won't happen. So I feel people are embracing it, you know. Look at fintech is really helping.
Yes.
Everybody's embracing technology. Without it, I don't think we'll be
forward.
So I think that thinking of it's me alone.
It's gradually dying.
It's easing off now. It's dying. So partnership is very strong. You have to partner. Even for the HR, you have to partner with outsourcing firms.
To get good hands.
You can't do it alone.
True.
So
True.
yes.
No, that's good. That's good to know. Now, Capival investment 5 years from now, where would you want to see your brand?
Oh, up there.
Up there.
Up there. Yes. Okay, so for Capival, we've always been focused on value.
Okay.
So we will continue to maintain the value. We'll continue, and then we're customer centric, and then the people.
Yeah.
So we're still going to continue in that line. And you know, I've been talking about SME. We want to be in the SME space. We have started working on products to be in that space.
Okay.
Once you hear Capital in 5 years' time, you know, we would have captured that market. We hope to have, you know, really gone even out of Lagos, you know, capture a lot of students, partner with governments, you know, just generate and empower people. And of course, like I said, SME is big.
SME is big.
We would have will be known for SME.
Very true, very
Yes.
true. Now, on the final note, what would you say are your aspirations and dreams for Nigeria, the country where you operate?
The country of Ajay country, Nigeria.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go.
Of
We're
course.
all going to be here.
Home is
And
home.
Yes, home is home. For me, I want to look back and say I want to see a Nigeria that is free. I mean, free from insurgencies, free from all this kidnapping.
Yeah.
Just a country that, you know, I can go from here to Benin without
With
being
ease.
without being scared like we used to do those days.
True.
I
True.
want a country that, you know, the poverty
Level
levels
drops.
unemployment rates goes down, inflation rates. I mean, why can't we have a country that, you know, everything just goes to single digits? Why must it keep rising and
Rising,
rising?
yeah.
And we are all in it together, and we all need to do what we have to do to get our country back to what it was.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, Tokunbo, it's been a pleasure having you on the program today, and we enjoy discussing with you. We've learned a lot from all what you've said, and we'll continue to monitor the success story of Capival, and from time to time, we'll do well to report on it. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so
Good.
much for having me too.
Well, viewers, you've heard it all from my guest today, Tokunbo Ajetunmobi, the MD CEO of the brand known as Capival Investment, and she shared a lot of insight as to the story so far for the brand and of course the future, what the future holds. Remember, you can still watch this interview on our post-production platform on YouTube, on our website www.connectnigeria.com, and of course on our YouTube page, as I just mentioned. And you can always follow us on social media at Connect Nigeria, one word, at Connect Nigeria, across all platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. So if you want to see someone else on this program, someone of interest that you want us to bring on this program, do well to drop us a message or two, and we'll do our best to bring that person your way. As I always say on this program, continue to keep a positive mind, and the sky might just be the beginning of your success. Bye, guys.
Looking for the best events? Log on to connectnigeria.com.